Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to quickly look at how you can export to Excel a list, a SharePoint list, and how you can just export to Excel. So basically, we are going to create a CSV file via Power Automate, and we are going to place it in one of our SharePoint library. So what you see on my screen, that is a list called employee details. So basically, let's see how we can just create a CSV out of it. So let me quickly get started. So I'll just go and create an instant cloud flow, export to Excel. I'll name it as export to Excel. I'll just quickly create it. So manually trigger a flow. So basically, my first intention would be to get all the items in this list. So what I'll do is I'll just go and give add an action. I'll just give like get items block. So here is the get items. So here I'll just select my site. I'll select the list, related list, what I need, and there are some filter parameters. So let's say I want top count, and top count generally we give it as 4999 because there is a threshold limit set for each list where we cannot query above 5000 count. Okay, so that's all. Let me save this and check if I'm getting the response. So it got saved, and since we are habituated to the old editor, let me just switch to the classic designer. So it's asking for the feedback with the new designer what we have been getting with. So now let me quickly test this and check if I'm getting the data. Okay. So if you could see, guys, uh, basically we are getting some set of data. Let me click to download. It will open it over here. So if you could see, here is the body tag, and this is my body tag, response body tag, and in this I'm getting the value. Value is nothing but the set of array. So it's ending at the last. If you could see over here, and this complete value consists of object array. So here if you could see the parameters which we are interested in, that is title, that is nothing but the first name, last name, mobile number, address, so these are the ones which are basically interested in creating the CSV for each item. So to achieve this, guys, let me edit this back. So we have a function called select. So data operation select. So guys, if you see the select, if I just go to the help, Uh, so basically what it does is select the specified property from all elements of the from array into a new array. So basically what it does is it expects an array and it frames an array. So you can just give a input of array and you can frame as per your need. So let me show you what exactly I mean is, so if you see, I want the array of values, that is list of items from the get item, whatever I have got over here. I'll just select this, and now I want to map. So basically I'm interested in these three things: title, that is title, last name, mobile number, and address. So basically the first thing what I need is, that is first name, and I want to map this. So remember, whatever is the array we are passing to the select, we can retrieve it by making use of item. So this means the first element item. So if you see, this is the value, this is the array, and this is the first element item, which is ending over here. The first element item, that is item brackets. What do we need? We need the first name, that is nothing but title. So for item dot title. So first name will get mapped with item dot title. Similar way, last name, and I'll just go to expression item dot. So last name is nothing but we have to use the internal name, whatever is coming as a response back, that is last name. Then we have mobile number. Now I'll just add like item dot. I'm just getting back the mobile number from here, the internal name of that column. Then last would be my address. So similar way, I'll just give item dot. So my internal name is address. So these are the main columns which I need to append to my CSV. I'm not interested in other columns that is created by and some other internal things like ID and blah blah blah. Fine enough. So I have this. So do you really want to see what is coming up in the select? Let me test this and show you. So now As I said, let me run this quickly. Yeah, your flow is ran. So as I said, this is the value. If I click to download, this is the value, this is the array, the JSON array which you want to frame as per your need, that is in the select. So if you could see the same array what I just now showed you, so from that it's making the subject array. So the first name, last name, mobile number and address. So yeah, you can see it's iterating through each item and framing an array, object array. That is what we need. So it's pulling up all the items. If I just go back and see here, it's pulling up all the items. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So it's pulling all the items. Now I'll let it back. Now since we are interested in creating a CSV, so if you give create CSV table, this is the inbuilt block which Power Automate is giving now. So create a CSV table. Now it expects create a CSV table. It expects the output. So output is nothing but whatever you have in the select. And if you click on show advanced, the columns, the header columns in the CSV, what do you want? So it can be like custom. So when you give custom, you can again further if you are interested in setting up some headers as per your need, so you can just put the header and you can put the related value. But since we are framing the proper array in the select itself, we can just simply go ahead and give as automatic. Fine enough. So now create CSV table is done. Now I just want to create a file, create file in SharePoint. So here is create file in SharePoint. So I want to create the same CSV in one of the SharePoint document libraries. I'll select the same site. The folder path would be for me, let's say I just want to set it in shared documents. Instead, let me just go and select site assets. So in the site assets, I just want to create a file name called, my employee.csv. So what should be the content? Content is nothing but the output of create CSV table. Now let's quickly test this if I'm able to create it. So I just triggered my flow and it says your flow ran successfully. Let me go to my site. Let me go to site assets. So let me go to site content first. So here is site assets. If I get inside this, yeah, if you could see just now, specific .csv file got created few seconds ago. Now let me open this. So there you go, guys. So if you could see, it has framed a proper CSV file with headers, so address, mobile number, last name, first name, with all the items in the list. So this is how you can just achieve it. So once you have created the file over here, you have multiple ways. Like let's say you want to send this to an email, you can just trigger another flow and attach this file to that email, or you can even directly send an email from here itself by attaching the same content. So that is how it's done. But one more thing, for example, let me retrigger this. So let's say, so if we have retriggered, you could see immediately we're getting an error like a file name with this site with this already exists. So what it's happening is, already since you have a file over here, it's not replacing it. So just to get rid of such errors, what you need to do is, in the create file, you need to just simply go to setting and you need to just allow chunking, you need to make it off and done, and that's it. So what this does is, whenever your flow is getting triggered and trying to create a file with the same name, it will do just a replace. So it does replace the existing file with the current file. So if you could see, if I refresh this, yeah, a few seconds ago, so the new file has been getting replaced with the older one. Okay, so now let's say, once the file is created over here, that is my employee.csv, this is the one. So let's say after creating, I want to just send it as an email. So to achieve that, basically what we can do is, uh, we can just use an action block called get file content. So here we have get file content from SharePoint. So what you need to do, you need to just simply select the site and give the path. So it's site assets and the file is my employee.csv. So once you have that, let's say send email. So I'll just make use of send email block, and this should be my email ID, test file, test file. Now I'll just attachment name, so it will be like employee list dot csv, and the content of this would be the file content, whatever I'm getting from here. Now let me quickly test. So if I just test this, so let me run my flow. So my flow is running, and it says your flow has run successfully. So I have received one email. Let me go back and check. So here it goes test file, and this is the CSV list which I'm directly getting from my SharePoint as an email. So that's all about this. If you find any questions or queries or any confusion, do reach out to me in the comment box. That is all. Please subscribe my channel for getting such useful videos on SharePoint. Thank you so much.